We're going to spend the next hour talking about you and how you feel about hair loss, whether it's you or your husband or someone you know. We have had Capillus as part of our HSN, catalog of amazing products for many, many years. When I came to work today and I saw what we were doing today with the price of this, it was not half the price of what I'm used to seeing Capillus for. It was about a fourth of the price because I have a Capillus that I have had for many years, which was in the $2,000 price range. So these are the same lasers. It's a weekly deal drop. We are doing something that I've never seen before. You get an entire year, that's right, 365 days, an entire year to use this product as a guarantee, if you don't like it, to get your money back. 1 year. Here's a before and after. This is after 6 months of use. This is after 1 year of use. This woman used it for a year. If you feel like you have fine thinning hair, look at this dude. Look at this, 1 year of use. 1 year of use. Now, it's not like a year goes by and all of a sudden that pops in. It's right, I don't want you to think. It's slow, it takes a while, and I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, if you're not gonna use this, it's not worth the money. If you don't put it on your head, it doesn't work. I always tell people that because some people can do things like that and some people are just not gonna ever do it. But it's 6 minutes every day. So it's like, put it on, brush your teeth in the morning. Just make it part of your routine. Add it to something you're already doing. 6 minutes, turn on the coffee maker, make your morning cup of coffee, and you'll be like, oh, it turns off by itself after 6 minutes, so you don't have to remember. You take it off, you go about your day. So we've got a lot we are like experts in hair loss. I know everything on the market that is FDA cleared to, that is like, you can do a topical that is effective, but you've got to do it twice a day. So, and it ruins your hairstyle, but I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying that's another choice. We do have other products like that here. This is the only one of its kind that we have at HSN. So the price, $499. 5 flex pay, so for under $100 and free shipping, you can own a Capillus. It comes with a sports cap, but you can use basically any baseball cap that you have. The activator comes with it, and by the way, I have that on auto ship if you want to add the activator. It does help. It's $60.95. We do have it where you get it regularly. Our guest, Sean, will explain what that is. And then you get the laser therapy device. This is an American company. They're based actually in Miami, Florida. I know we have footage of them actually putting this, putting it together, so it's really pretty amazing. So let's bring in our special guest. Sean Diddy is someone who has been in the television industry for many, many years. And every time I see you, your hair looks better and more. More and more, because we've worked together for years as well, and this is also the lowest price, not by like $20, but by hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars that we've ever had a Capillus, ever, ever, ever.
It is, and I've been coming to HSN since 2017. We've never done a full year that I know of. So again, you get to try it for a full year. Helen, you and I have talked a lot about this. If you've never seen a Capillus show, you are in the right place at the right time. And if you've maybe seen us before and you've been waiting for the right day, today is the day. Because I can't even get my hair cut and colored for the flex pay. For I think not $100 anywhere, even in Iowa these days. So this is FDA cleared. And it is shown, it is proven by clinical studies to regrow your hair. And I started with this because I was on a commercial shoot, and I actually, the stylist did my hair that morning. It was a huge set. I was kind of the lead in it. They stopped everything. And the stylist said, listen, we can see through the side of her hair. We have to do something about this. And they ended up putting clip-in extensions in, and they, used the colored sprays and covered it. And it was so embarrassing. And you might have seen this. I had noticed hair in the drain. I had maintenance come and they cleaned out my drain, and I started thinking, oh my gosh, is something wrong? What is this? I had actually been a health reporter and interviewed doctors about hair loss. Well, then I started doing more interviews and realized it runs in my family too. So I get it. By the way, yeah, no spray, no extensions. This is all my hair. I actually had a commercial shoot recently where they asked me to put my hair back behind my face because now I have so much hair that it was in the way. So you can do this.
You look like you have 5 times more hair than when I first met you.
Isn't it funny? I just, and the thing is, you can color it, you can cut it, you can curl it. This is your real hair. So we give you the full year because I want to be realistic about your expectations. It doesn't grow back overnight. In 0 to 3 months, you may not see a whole lot. Now, what you're getting is low-level laser therapy, and I'm going to turn it on. This is all you do. You push the button, and like Helen said, it's 6 minutes a day. So I'll put my hands in here. It only turns on when it's on your head. There are sensors inside as a safety mechanism. It does the timing. So again, go brush your teeth. Go do the coffee. It'll beep when it's finished with the 6 minutes. So you're not having to do the timing. Now the science, the technology here, and again, proven by studies to help regrow your hair, it actually goes through your scalp. You can't feel it. It feels like wearing a baseball cap. And it goes to the bottom of that follicle and it actually stimulates the follicle, wakes it up, and tells it, let's regrow healthy, beautiful hair. It reactivates that follicle. Now, if you've gone completely bald, it's too late. And we'll talk more about female pattern baldness, male pattern baldness. You'll hear this referred to as hormonal hair loss, hereditary hair loss, androgenetic alopecia. That's what this is for. It is therapy. And I'm going to show you how easy it is. Watch this. Step 1, step 2. That's it. It's on. I know Helen has one of these. Adam has one. If you've seen this before, today's the day. And if you listen to my story, and if you've wasted time, maybe you haven't had a picture taken, maybe you haven't been hanging out with the kids in the water this summer because you didn't want to get your hair wet because your scalp will show, if you've been wearing a cap or a scarf to cover your hair, I mean, this is the day to do this. And Helen, I know you have everything right there on set. You get both caps, the purple and the black.
You also get, if you're traveling internationally, you get the different plugs for going to going to England. I recognize the plug. So you get international to plug it in when you're on the road, because if you travel, if you don't travel, you get them anyway. It's FDA cleared device. So lots of folks have used it, including the before and afters, but let's take a listen to Lou and hear about his experience.
Hi everybody, my name is Lou Lozada. I'm a longtime Miami musician. When you get up on stage, you really want to look your best, and I noticed that my hair was thinning a little bit, so I looked into laser therapy. I decided on Capillus, and I recently saw my 6-month before and after photos, and you can tell there's a difference. So thanks, Capillus. Definitely looking forward to seeing the results after a year.
Yeah, I mean, again, you can see after using it for 6 months, you see, how much he's got more hair, and it really makes a difference. So this is not something that is, painful. It's like you put a cap on your head and it lights up. But it's been shown, FDA cleared to regrow hair, and we cannot say it on television unless it's true. So $499 is the lowest price. I want to say this 100 times. You have 1 year money back guarantee. This is the longest money back guarantee we've ever done of any product that I've ever presented. I've been here almost 15. I'm in my 15th year. I just had my 14th anniversary. That I've ever seen is an entire year. So 6 minutes a day, every single day. If you're not going to do it, then don't bother buying it. But it's my recommendation is, what I do is I add it to things that I'm doing already. Put it on your head, make your coffee. Put it, brush your teeth. Something that you do every single day that, you do with or without it, you just make sure you have your hat on then, and it shuts off by itself. It's very, very easy. Now, I know we've got an auto ship component. Let's talk about the activator for a second, Sean, so people can decide if they want auto ship or not.
Absolutely. So the activator, you don't have to use it to make your cap work for you, but it does give you a little extra added oomph. So it's a follicle stimulant that fortifies and enriches your scalp. So it's a leave-in serum. It's clear. So when you wash your hair, you'll towel dry it. You'll put a little bit of this in just on the scalp. And really what it has in it is DHT blockers, some nutrients, and those added antioxidants. And a DHT blocker, if you're wondering what that means, DHT is actually the hormone that we're referring to when we say hereditary hair loss, hormonal hair loss, androgenetic alopecia. It's caused by DHT, whether you're a man or a woman. So again, the cap goes on the dry hair. The activator, if you want to put this on auto ship, it just gives you that extra added great, I guess, foundation for that hair to grow. It's literally also stimulating the scalp, but you don't have to do it. So if you're starting, if you want to do basics, the cap is going to be the key. And the reason that, one of the reasons, there are lots of them, but the reason that this is so popular is you can stick with it. Because I know there are other things out there that maybe you put here, and then after so long you have to move it to here, and then after so long you have to move it to here. They work, but a lot of times we give up on that. And, you know, if you heard Helen say maybe partner this with something you already do. For me, it's making coffee. I can't function until the coffee's going.
Right.
So literally I put the cap on, I hit the button, I start the coffee. It comes with a belt clip. So you just hook it onto your belt, or you can put it into a pocket, and it times for you. But we want you to know what to expect. Now you see the lasers going, but in 0 to 3 months, it's going to be working. You're going to maybe see an increase in shedding. We've heard this before, that maybe those newer, thicker, prettier hairs, healthier hairs are starting to push out the older hairs. Most people, you know, really don't see much of a change at all. Then in that 3 to 6 month period, that's when you start to see hair growth. And again, as I mentioned, almost everybody that deals with Capillus ends up getting a Capillus. Even our fabulous model owns a Capillus. And look at how fabulous her hair is, because it's easy. Now it's 6 to 12 months. That's when you're going to generally see visibly fuller hair appearance. And again, you can see this going to work here. You get full coverage. So if you're a woman, generally you're going to start seeing the hair loss through the middle of your part. Men kind of see it through here more. You get 12 months to try this, to watch your hair grow. Now, up to 24 months is when you get what we refer to as full efficacy. So my hair got as thick as it was going to get at that 24-month period or so. Now, it's going to continue to get longer if you want, or you might cut it shorter. But the hairs per square inch max out at around 2 years of use. But then you're going to continue to use this because androgenetic alopecia, or hereditary hair loss, hormonal hair loss, what you're hearing about in the news and we're talking about today, affects about 80 million people, 30 million women, 50 million men, just in North America alone. And it's a lifetime issue. So we wanted to make sure, and I'm just going to put my hands in here again and show you, we wanted to give you something flexible, comfortable, and something that's a one-time purchase. Meaning once you buy this, you wear it for years and years and years.
Let's talk about that, Sean, because that's a great segue into, if you were experiencing hair loss, and I know you're an expert, what are the other choices? Because I know that there's an ingredient called Minoxidil, which is also shown to be effective, but you have to continue to buy it month after month after month for the rest of your life. And you have to apply it on your hair. And if you style your hair and apply it, it makes it wet. And then you have to, but I don't want to say, but I just want, if you know, like some of the other choices, I think that's a good way to kind of segue into that.
Right, and there are more choices for men than women. Actually, there's a medication that men can take that women can't take. People do, you know, actual hair replacement. That's a little different. And generally, when they do hair replacement, they get a Capillus cap to help regrow the hair with the healthy follicles around it.
Oh, interesting.
You can do PRP. You can use Minoxidil, and if you're using Minoxidil, it's great. You can use the cap with it. Just make sure your hair is dry when you're using the cap. But this, again, no drugs here.
Wait, let me go back to that.
No chemicals.
If you are using like Minoxidil, we have a brand here called Keranique. Can you use the two together?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And that's the thing. This can be incorporated into your usual beauty routine. So if you have something that you love and you're a little bit skeptical and you're like, oh, I don't want to stop what I'm doing, that's fine. You use that as directed. This, as directed, is 6 minutes a day, every day on dry hair. So just make sure your hair's dry, put it on your head, and then hit the button, let it go for 6 minutes. Another question we get a lot is, well, if I do it more often, you know, longer, will my hair grow more? Generally not. Everybody's hair cycle is a little different, so individual results are going to be different for each of us. But the studies have shown that 6 minutes is sufficient. It generally, you know, won't hurt you if you did it longer, but you're probably not going to see added benefit. So just, do 6 minutes, put it on your head, let it do its work. And Helen, I know you've kind of incorporated this into your routine. And you said, if you're not going to use it, don't buy it. It's kind of like, the treadmill that I have that the sweaters hang on. And then I can't figure out why my cardiovascular fitness isn't getting better. Oh, I have to use it. So it is very simple.
I love that analogy, Sean, because it's like you go to the gym, you work really hard, you get in shape. You're like, I'm done. You go back to the couch, get the ice cream out, and you realize a year later, you're not done. You're never done. You're never done with working out. And this is, again, the same kind of thing. But unlike working out, you're just putting a hat on your head and pushing a button. We've got more testimonials that I'd love everybody at home to take a listen to. Maria is next. Let's hear her story.
I would just notice it when I would take a shower and the amount of hair that was in the drain, or we have white flooring, so I could see a lot of the hair on the floor. So when you're sweeping or vacuuming, you can see how much hair is all over the house. My husband would tell me, Anna, you need to go do something about this. This is not normal. This is something you really need to try to combat because you're still young. And so a friend of mine told me about the Capillus cap and encouraged me to get one. And so I went and got it, and it's one of the best investments I've ever made in my entire life. It really has changed how I feel about myself, how I look at myself in the mirror, and it's really an amazing product.
Right, and it's under $100 to get home. So for less than getting your hair colored and cut, you've got this. $99.80. We're gonna ship it to you for free, and it has a 1-year warranty return policy. So you can have it for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 months before you have to make a decision to get your money back. So that's a pretty big deal. The reason why we're doing this is it does not work overnight. You're going to see results we say 3 to 6 months, you're gonna start seeing results. But after a year, it's gonna make like a bigger difference. And at under $500, I cannot believe the value that you're getting here. And maybe you've seen it for sale before at the $2,000 price. So this is a pretty big opportunity. $900 is this model is the laser hair therapy. That's how much it usually is. And I mean, this is more, at $500, you're already saving $300 off of that. And then the activator is $60. You're getting an extra sports cap, but $99.80 is amazing, amazing, amazing. Now, Sean, let's go back to you and find out about the different classifications, because I know that, is it gonna rain? You got like a different hat on.
I'm prepared, and guess what's underneath this hat?
Your Capillus.
Because you can put it anywhere. So as long as it'll fit inside of the hat, you can put it in there. But the most important part is the dome and the coverage, because women and men lose our hair a little bit differently. So when if you would go in for a consultation, you would talk about the classifications. So women generally will lose our hair through the center. Maybe you're noticing this. Maybe your ponytail is getting thinner. So this is female pattern hair loss. And if you're in that gray area, meaning you're at moderate stage hair loss, we can rejuvenate those follicles. We can bring them back to life. We can regrow your hair. If you are shiny bald in a spot, we cannot bring that back. That means that follicle is deceased. If it's completely stopped producing hair at all, we can't bring it back. That's why we want you to get this right away today. So in most cases, we can regrow your hair. Now, men have a different classification, also named after physicians, Norwood Hamilton classification. If you or someone you love is in that gray area, and by the way, you can share this, anybody over 18 who deals with hair loss, so share it within your family. As long as you're not shiny bald like the people down there in the white on the bottom, that is advanced. We can get your hair to grow back generally if you're in that gray area. Sometimes people will ask me after they watch the shows, what were the 2 white ones at the very top? Those are people who haven't lost their hair at all yet. So they're showing you the stages. So that first stage was no hair loss, and then moderate is in that gray hair loss, and then advanced is where that follicle is stopped producing. Now, when Helen said, if you were here at the beginning of the show, she said, I think you have lots more hair than you had before. When this was tested by the FDA, and when this was tested for the FDA, so they were clinical trials that helped this to be FDA cleared. It was tested on skin types 1 through 4 on the Fitzpatrick scale. It just wasn't tested on those darker skin types because it's easier to count hairs, darker hair on the light skin. So again, regardless if you have darker skin, go ahead and buy this. You get the year. If you have, curly hair, get it. You have the year and get both caps.
Yeah.
Oh, Helen, I see you have both caps in front of you. I thought I would kind of point that out.
Yes. So you get an extra cap with this order too?
You do, yep. So that way you can, I have it in the purple, but you can put it in the black. So it comes with both of the caps. You just pull it out and put it in the cap of your choice. And then as far as the battery, it's rechargeable. It's lithium ion. So if you're going to travel with it, and again, you're going to want to use this every day. So hopefully you're doing some traveling. Just put it in its case. If you're flying on a plane, carry on the battery. I carry the whole thing on, but if you want to just put the battery in your bag, you can. Now you're hearing it beep. That's that safety mechanism. It's saying it's turned on, but it's not on your head. Once you put it on your head, it's going to turn on. So I'm just covering the sensor so it turns on. It does the timing for you. It'll do a long beep at the end of the 6 minutes. If you want to shut it off, you just hit the button again. If you're ready to charge, it's going to let you know right down here. It'll get to, I'll just turn it on and put it on my head so you can see. It'll get down to about, I would say at 2 dots and definitely at 1 dot. You just plug it into your charger. So you disconnect it from the cap, put it in the wall. That's literally it. It is the easiest thing. And this is not magic. So it's not going to work overnight, but it is science. This is therapeutic laser light energy. So if you see your screen right now, that is a picture of a scalp, just like yours. You can see that there are thinner vellus hairs. This is going to penetrate and actually stimulate that follicle and say, grow, and grow thicker, more healthy, more resilient hair. And most people, remember, 1 in 3 on average of us are dealing with this hereditary hair loss, also called hormonal hair loss, also called androgenetic alopecia. Most all of us are going to see results within that year. So you've got an entire year to wear this while you're reading a magazine, like the gal you see right now. You can, do it, wear it while you're cooking your breakfast. It's just 6 minutes. So because it has that battery, you just hook it onto your belt or put it in your pocket, go do your thing. Some people do this at night. We recommend, again, you kind of pick a certain time of day to do it if you can, but you don't have to do that. It's just easier to make it a habit. And because it is hands-free, you can be checking your email, you can be watching HSN. It fits just about everybody. If you have any trouble with it fitting your head, just reach out to customer service. But frankly, you can see right now how flexible it is. It's made out of silicone, so it's a little bit, there's a little give to it. So it's not uncomfortable like a helmet, and you can see those lasers giving you full coverage. And that's why we show you the male patterned hair loss and female patterned hair loss. This is an item, FDA cleared medical device that reaches all those areas all over your head. And oh my gosh, what a value. I mean, we've never.
And by the way, I'm covering the sensors because it won't light up unless it's on your head for safety reasons. So don't do what the show host did, is stare right into the middle of it and try to show it on camera. But if I let go and don't cover the sensors, see how it goes off? That's a safety feature. All I did is plug it in, and you hear it beeping for its, and by the way, you certainly can just turn it off, and I've got it, I plugged it in. And there it is. And we get a case with this, right, Sean? Because I've got the case out here. So it does come with the case. Is this the right case that it comes with? The lightweight carrying case with accessories. Okay, yep.
Yes, and I have one in front of me too. It actually has a longer handle. So if you want to hook this longer handle to it, or you have the shorter handle, it's the shape of the cap. Also, like that neoprene finish, I've traveled all over with mine. And yes, people do stop me because you can see this in different places and buy it, but not for the value that you're getting here at HSN. You get a little carrying pouch that you'll put your accessories in. And these are just the blades that you can switch out. If you do travel, they just pop off. You interchange. I have the US blade on because I'm in New York right now. But you just plug it into the wall and charge it. And what we see with folks is this is easy. And you know, if you stopped brushing your teeth, you would have, you know, your teeth would not stay healthy. Same thing. This is a lifetime issue. You don't have to buy this again. This is a one-time drug-free purchase. It reactivates those hair follicles. That's just 6 months that you're seeing in the before and after there. You get an entire year to try this. Now, the next woman you're about to see, that's actually Anna that we heard in the testimonial, and she said, you know, her husband stopped her and said, honey, there's hair everywhere. You're young. Can you do something about this? We have clients all the way up. I know someone that's in her mid-80s who are doing this, but we also have younger folks. This gentleman used it for 12 months. Look at that before. So if you feel like that, or you know someone like that, and you thought, oh, it's too late, it is not too late as long as the follicle is producing just even a small hair. So if you start today, this could be as bad as it gets. So not only is this going to help you to regrow your hair, but remember, it's going to help you keep the hair you do have. So if this runs in your family, and we're all doing a lot of genealogy here, I'm going to hold it like this. This is the technology that can help you. If your mom's side or your dad's side has lost their hair, maybe an aunt, maybe your parents, maybe you have, you know, someone who is over 18 in your family and you want to share this, you can actually prevent further hair loss. And in most cases, we see people at that 6-month point saying, oh my gosh, I'm noticing this. So with that full year, let's talk about, do you have weddings coming up? Have you, I mentioned, you know, I have that's a girl that came to me and said, I'm not getting in the pool with my kids because when I get my hair wet, my scalp shows. It's embarrassing. She's actually getting back on the dating scene. I feel like I'm telling her whole life story. But she said,
what's her name? What's her address? No.
Help me. Exactly. But, and she was, you know, it's an intimate conversation for some of us. I think women in particular were embarrassed to talk about it. And I don't think this is vanity. You know, I think this is confidence.
No,
if there's something we can do that's easy that gives you confidence, go for it.
Right, exactly. I mean, this, first of all, a 1-year guarantee. So when you order this, if you're like, I hope it works, because that's $500 is a lot of money. You've got an entire year. You put it on your head, push the button every day. It's 6 minutes. 6 minutes goes by, you take it off, you're done. So it is something that you have to do every day. But $99.80 gets it home, free shipping and handling. You're gonna start to see results 3 to 6 months. This is an exclusive deal for us here at HSN. We've been here for 45 years. We're a retailer that we do due diligence before we put something on air, as does the FDA. This is an FDA cleared medical device. So you can do research on this. You can see where else this is sold. We can see what doctor's offices it's sold. You can see what the prices are out there. I personally like the cap because you put it on your head and push the button. They do have this red light therapy in different configurations, like on a kind of a stick kind of a thing, but you hold it and then you hold it for another 6 minutes and then you hold it and then you hold it. Honestly, I don't have that kind of time, but at this price, I mean, we've presented this on air for almost $2,000. So at $499, this model is, I think, affordable for everyone to give it a try. So if you get your hair colored and cut, depending on where you live in the country, this could be between 3 and 1 time getting your hair. I know that's a lot to get your hair done one time, but I will tell you, I've spent that much for one time, depending on, you know, if you have extensions added because your hair is very fine and thin. Give Capillus a try. It is, you are risking zero. And by the way, maybe you buy it for yourself and your husband wants to, you can share this with other people in the house. You know, some other devices, some things it's like, no, get your own toothbrush, get your own, right? This isn't like that. Like you can use it, your husband can use it. It's really great. You know, like your mom can use it. Everybody can use it. You can share it. But here are some of the before and afters. And to me, Brenda, we go to the last one, is I think the most compelling, is when you look at someone, here's a guy that is, losing his hair. I know my father and my brother both lost their hair in their 20s and shaved, they wear their head shaved, both my father and my brother, because it's hereditary. Take a look at after a year of use. Now, 2 years of use, he's gonna get the maximum results. So he does not even have the maximum results. But even if you could just have this result,
and again,
right, Sean?
this comes back in, oh, go ahead, yes? Oh, I was just going to say, as you look at him, maybe he has a son or a daughter. This gets passed down from both sides. So if you know that your dad lost his hair, I know Lynn's brother has this. A lot of HSN hosts have this. Adam has not this particular model, but a Capillus cap. But this is so easy for you to use. And I know we wanted to tell you about the fact that it's hand assembled. We source the best products out there, but these are all hand set. So I'll turn it on so you can see the lasers. This is meant to last you a really long time. And Helen, I know you really understand the idea of having it be flexible and having it be comfortable, because people do check back in with us a year, 2 years down the road and say, oh my gosh, I still love my Capillus. It was really a good choice.
Yeah, and by the way, I want to give you a couple of specials. If you have an HSN card, which is our own proprietary credit card, you get an extra flex pay. That means you get 6 months to pay this off instead of 5. It would be $83.17 to get home. If you're saying, gosh, I wish I had an HSN card, I've got even a better deal. I'll give you a $40 coupon, and then you can have what's left over. You have 6 months to pay off the Capillus. So $40 on a single item purchase when you open an HSN card today. That's one of the biggest coupons we do all year. One time we did $50 for like 2 days. So I don't want to say it's the biggest we've ever done in the history of the network, because I know one time we did a big one, but it's one of the biggest ones. We don't do that all the time. So there's no annual fee to have an HSN card. It costs you nothing, and you can take 6 months to pay this off after you take the $40 off for this deal. So I just want to give you, any kind of way you can save and try it. But also think about, what else have you tried? What else have you, how much does it cost to get extensions or clip-in hair, or, the spray to make your part look like it's gone away? I mean, hair products that, you buy for volumizing and things like that. And I'm not saying those are bad, and you may want to keep doing all that, but think about how much you invest in your hair. Do a budget, how much you spend on your hair in a year, and think about, if you had more hair, better hair, would that save you money? So it may pay for itself depending on how much you're paying for adding extensions and things like that. Because I know, being on TV, I do stuff like that. And
It's
Sean,
like, as you were talking, I literally was over here going,
yes, because I don't know a woman, especially when I'm 60, I don't know a woman who's older on television that doesn't add some sort of hair on television, because you can see right through your hair with the bright lights going through. That's kind of like a thing in the industry. But I will also say, depending on what you do for a living, if you're a teacher, if you're, a hostess at a restaurant, if you're in the public eye where your appearance is part of, and I think that's almost all of it, even if you're on a Zoom call, you want to look your best, right, Sean?
Absolutely. And we have some people, and maybe this is you, that didn't realize that they were dealing with hair loss until they got on these meetings, and it was a video meeting, and they saw their hair, or they got into, photos, and they see the back of their head, and they're saying, oh my gosh, that's me. Now, this, again, isn't going to grow your hair back overnight. It's going to take a little bit of time. That's why we're giving you that full year. So because you're getting the coverage, and I'm just going to show you the lasers again, remember, in about 0 to 3 months, some people do see a little more shedding, and that's just that not as healthy hair falling out, because the new hair is pushing it out of the follicle, and the new hair is growing through the follicle. Some people don't really see much on the growth spectrum in that up to the 3rd month, because it's just coming through the scalp. But 3 to 6 months, and this is why we say take a before picture today, like literally place your order, take your picture, start using this, because 3 to 6 months, we've even heard hairstylists, people go in to get their hair done, and the hairstylist starts to go, your hair's growing back, what are you doing? 6 to 12 months, that's when you start seeing that growth. 12 months from now, what could you be doing? Could you be confident? Could you save yourself money? Could you save yourself time? Now, at 24 months, at 2 years, that's about as thick as your hair is going to get. It's going to keep getting longer, but that's about the maximum thickness. Then you just keep using this, same usage. So 6 minutes a day, you just put the cap on your head, and you'll do that indefinitely, because it is like exercise or brushing your teeth. If you stop doing it, the results go away, because hair loss, and if you've seen this lately in the news, it's called androgenetic alopecia. You may hear it referred to as hormonal hair loss or hereditary hair loss. About 80 million people just in North America alone. Lots of women deal with this. Men have been talking about this a little bit longer. This is an FDA-cleared medical device. It has been clinically shown, clinically proven to regrow your hair and also help to stop your hair loss where it is. So get this, put it on, you hit the button, it times it for 6 minutes, and expectations, we don't want to overpromise. You know, the reason that I feel so confident about this, one, I use it, one, I've seen the results. I've really gotten to interview a lot of people, young people in their 20s, both men and women, all the way up to, you know, their 80s. You know, Helen, every time Helen says her age, I'm like, wow. And I forget, you know, I still think I'm 20. But hair, it does make us look youthful. You know, it does. It's part of our identity. And I struggled for a while with, oh, I don't want to sell, you know, say it's beauty. No, this is about confidence. And if being beautiful is part of your confidence, absolutely. If just having healthy looking hair is part of your confidence, get this right away. That patented sensor we just talked about is part of the reason this is so well made. It's flexible. It's that silicone. Silicone is easy to clean with just a wet cloth, or you can use an alcohol wipe. And this, again, helps it to be comfy on your head, helps it to be a little bit flexible so people can share it if you want to. And also the people that we show you in these before and afters, they're just like you. You know, this is Anna. She said she was finding hair on the bathroom floor, all over her house, finding it on her clothes, losing that sense of confidence. She used it for a year. Look at the after. We have men, I think sometimes people with shorter hair, it's a little easier to see the results. This one, before and after in 6 months, obviously his hair's gotten longer. It's looking more lush. He's feeling better about himself. But the third before and after that we have, and I think about this a lot. When we looked at him before, I thought, gosh, are we going to be able to give him the results he's hoping for? And look at that, 6 minutes a day for a year. Look at that after.
And by the way, you get a year warranty, a year of, you know, return policy. So you get it home. If you, for any reason, want to return it, you can month 1, month 2, month 5, month 8, month 10, month 12. So that's a really big deal. We're going to listen to, I know we've only got about 18 minutes left in the show. We're to listen to another testimonial, but if you're at all on the fence, I've never seen a deal like this. In order to get a Capillus or any light therapy, red light therapy that is FDA cleared, I haven't seen it for less than $1,500. I mean, this is extraordinary, or $1,200 is what we usually do. So let's listen to Terry, and then we'll be right back.
My name is Terry Calvo, and I am 80 years young. About 5 years ago, I noticed that my hair was thinning and I was losing more hair more often, and really that was very depressing. I started using Capillus about a year ago, and every night I put my cap on for 6 minutes and makes wonders. And I'm very happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's very easy. Let's talk about the classifications again, Sean, because I want everybody at home to kind of decide, oh, she's got another cute hat on.
I was going to see if you'd notice.
Yes,
again,
adorable.
Guess what's inside? It's a Capillus.
Yeah.
So you just put it inside. But women do lose our hair a little different than men.
Yeah.
Not everybody. We get women who will say they lose it around the front, but the hair classification. So for female pattern hair loss, it is usually toward the center a little bit more. If your ponytail is thinner, I think, you know, the ponytail is what's been saving me time during the day. If your hair loss is in that gray area on the screen that you're seeing right now, that's moderate stage, we can bring your hair back in most cases with the Capillus. If there's a place that's shiny bald, like in that white where it says advanced, we cannot bring back a follicle that stopped producing hair altogether. Now, men, same idea. It's called the Norwood-Hamilton classification. Those in the gray, that's medium, moderate stage hair loss. We can bring that dormant hair follicle back. This is, again, about hereditary hormonal hair loss. It's also called androgenetic alopecia. So if you've gotten to the point where you're shiny bald, we can't bring that follicle back. And that's why we say, get it today. You know what? Give it a try. This was tested on Fitzpatrick skin types 1 to 4. If you have those darker skin types, go ahead and order it. Again, give this a try. If you have dark, real dark curly hair, if you have medium hair, if you have gray hair, if you have blonde hair, give this a try. It works for all skin types, all hair types. It was just tested on those lighter skin types so that they could count the hairs literally in that small area. Now, the other thing to think about is this lasts forever, your hair loss. So you're doing a one-time purchase of something that you just do for 6 minutes. It's put on the cap, hit the button, and if you still have extensions, clip-ins, or if you have actual extensions that are connected to your hair, just put the cap on and get it as close to your scalp as you can so that that laser can then penetrate down into the scalp. If you're like me, I had the clip-ins while I was growing out my hair. Just keep up with what you're doing. Use your cap and notice how that light, it's a therapeutic laser light energy. If you're doing comparisons, make sure you're looking at lasers, because lasers are that high-end technology that's FDA cleared, and it's really been shown to regrow hair. It goes down to the follicle, it stimulates that follicle, it wakes up your scalp, and it actually helps those dormant hair follicles to produce hair. And I know that was kind of the scientific way of saying it regrows your hair. So not only can we help to stop the hair loss where it is, we can help to regrow your own hair. So if you want to go back to your dark natural, or what your color looked like when you were younger, or you want to let it go gray, or you want to have, some highlights, this is your hair. And it's not magic. It's not going to happen overnight. We want to be realistic. That's why we're giving you a full year to try this. And I would suggest keep it as long as you possibly can. If you're a little skeptical, most of our folks see some results around that 6-month point. Some folks, it takes up to a year. So give it that time to regrow your hair. And if you haven't looked at this before and after yet, I'm just look at the fact
Come
that
over to the TV set and take a look at this.
Amen. Because this is it. And this is a normal guy who thought, oh, it's over for me. Right. It wasn't over for him.
No. And by the way, this is only year 1. Sean said that 24 months, double this, is where you see the maximum results. That's 2 years of use. So again, after it's not like, a year goes by and all of a sudden, boom, you see the results. You're going to see the 3 to 6 months, you're going to start to see the results and the improvement. A year, that's when that picture was taken. Another year, I'd like to see another picture of him in another year, because that's the maximum results is 2 years. You get the case, you get 2 of the caps, you get the activator, which is available on auto ship if you would like to do that. But it's really the cap that is the one that is going to regrow your hair. FDA cleared device, 1 year money back guarantee. 1 year, you get an entire year to use it, try it. If you don't love it, if you don't get the results you want for any reason at all, if you purchased everything separately, it'd be almost $1,000, $974, because it's an amazing value. But look, $899, so it's $900 just for the device. The activator is $60 and an extra cap, but $974.95. We're doing it for $499, under $500. 5 flex pay of under $100, $99.80, just about $100. And the shipping and handling is free. So we'll send it out to you. You'll start using it. The first thing I want you to think about in the month 1 of having it is, will you do it? If you decide, you know what, this was a great idea, but honestly, I'm not the kind of person that can do it every day for 6 minutes, then you can send it back. Because I think the number one thing is it 100% works if you use it. It's really, are you the kind of person that you'll use it? My advice to you is, do it while you do something that you know you do it every day. Sean and I both have coffee every morning, hat on the head, coffee, drink. By the time your coffee is brewing and you pour it, it'll be done. Take it off and it stops. When you push the button, it times it for the 6 minutes. So you don't have to go, well, I gotta get my watch out, I gotta get my timer. Sonia's here live in the studio. She's showing you, she pushes the button, it turns on, you see that it's all fully, it's plugged in, it's charged, it's ready to go. she's done. She's gonna make her coffee, she's gonna take a drink. In her case, she's gonna look beautiful because she's our model. She's a beautiful model. This is her job, by the way, looking amazing. And Sonia uses this in her personal life. I know Sonia, and Sonia, she's the model for it, but she also uses it. And I'll tell you, this doesn't have to be just for people that have like hair loss that's gone to like the, you know, I'm embarrassed, I don't know what to do, I'm so sad. It can be like the slightest bit of like, I don't have the hair I used to have when I was younger. This is a beauty device. I think about the beauty tool that we had as a Today Special from Beauty Bioscience that sold out. This is a beauty tool. Think about how much you've spent on beauty tools. This is something that is FDA cleared to help regrow hair. So even if you're like, you know what, when I do that ponytail, it's not quite as thick as it used to be when I was in my 20s. You're gonna love this. So don't just think of it for those of you that are like, gosh, should I go to the doctor? I mean, what has happened? It can be, and by the way, the kind of mild issue, this is even better for, right, Sean?
Absolutely. It's a couple of things came to mind. One, my personal physician has asked me, hey, can I offer this in my office? This is one of those things that women will talk to other women about, and we get to learn about what this is. It's hereditary hair loss is one of the terms. Oftentimes physicians will say androgenetic alopecia, which means hereditary hair loss. Same, you hear it referred to as hormonal hair loss in some cases. This is something in the long run I think will save you money. So think about, I was calling the plumber because my hair was falling out. It was clogging my drain several times a year. I'm telling you, it cost me more than the flex pay to get the plumber to my house. When I finally figured out, oh, there's something I can do. Now, everybody loses about 100 hairs a day. And I know you're saying, wait, what? We don't notice it as much, but some hair loss, some shedding is absolutely normal because our hair goes through cycles. But if you're noticing a thinning, or like I was, where it was literally clogging my drain, I had a friend, actually more of an acquaintance, come up to me at work and pull hair off of my suit jacket before I went up to give a presentation. That was, again, those moments where you go, oh my gosh, people are noticing. Look at this gentleman. You know, he's at the point there where, you know, I'm sure he was wearing a cap a lot. He may have felt like he looked older than he is, or older than he wanted to look. There's nothing wrong with aging. We love, you know, we love being able to live life. But if you can look healthy, if you can look vibrant, why not do it? And that's what this is about. This is a great way to do it. I've had so many people that I know who have called me and said, wait a minute, is that the same technology that I've seen you on HSN with, but it was a higher price? And yeah, same technology.
Yeah.
First time this low of a price.
Yeah, and the other thing is, if you're doing something else, like using Keranique, or which has Minoxidil in it, you can do these two things together. They're not mutually exclusive. It's not like you can use one and can't use the other. By the way, you know how you're hearing that little beeping sound when we turn it on? I'll hold up to my microphone. That means that it's not making the right contact. It'll stop doing that when I put it on my head, because now that it's on my head, it's making the right contact, and this will stop making the beeping noise. I don't know if I can lift it up. See how it's on? And all I'm doing is popping this on my head. And 6 minutes go by. For me, I will tell you, it was right in the front. I noticed it when I was on camera, and I saw it in some pictures where you could sort of see through my hair. It was like see-through up here, and it was really definitely getting thinner. I can get my 6 minutes in right now. I should have thought of that earlier. But yeah, I mean, that's nice when I do, when I really at the same time is I do things like that while I'm on air. But again, this is something that is so easy. Now, by the way, you buy it, your husband may say, I should get one of those for myself. Honey, use mine. It's not like a toothbrush. Pop it on your head. This can be the family hat. I mean, what beauty product have you spent? And by the way, Sean, you and I have been in this business a long time. We know women that spend $500 a month in face cream, right?
Amen. And this is much easier, in my opinion, than putting on face cream even. You just put it on your head. I'll tell you, I can tell you how much I've spent on extensions, and it's more than $500.
Oh, 100%.
And then, you have to have them moved and changed. I have paid for the powders, the sprays. I will tell you that at one point, I put a ponytail in. I was running late. didn't have time to do the hair. So I put my ponytail in, and this was showing. So I grabbed brown eyeshadow and literally was throwing eyeshadow on my scalp. If you are at home saying, or, you know, you've gone back and put a scarf over it, if you thought there was nothing you could do, this is FDA cleared. It has gone through clinical trials. It has been proven to regrow your hair and stop that hair loss where it is.
Yeah, and again, over 1,000 sold. You could see that this is on. I push the button, and when 6 minutes go by, it's going to turn off automatically. I could just leave it on for the rest of the show, and then I'll be good for today. $99.80 to get home. And there's a really great carrying case. This is included. That's why I was like, I wasn't sure this is, because I know this is the same carrying case with a $2,000 model. So the carrying case is included. We are giving you an entire year. You see the results. I will tell you, it's very, you know, it happens so slowly. I would do your own before and after picture, Sean. Don't you recommend that? Like, do a picture from like here, hold your part, and pull your hair back and show it. So I think that's a good idea. Don't you think?
We do have, especially the people who are a little skeptical. It's funny, we get the calls back and someone will say, gosh, I wish I would have taken it before. And there are folks who, like, you know, Sonia has this beautiful hair. People like Sonia, this is part of her job. So she has Capillus to help give her confidence. I have Capillus because I think it saves me time. I have both moms and dads that I know that have Capillus caps because it gives them time back with their kids. It gives them confidence. But take that before picture, because we have heard people say, oh, my hairstylist noticed it and we didn't take a before picture to show you how great it was. Or my husband noticed it. Now I'm going to tell you another little sneaky thing. We have heard of either a partner in a relationship getting the cap, knowing that their other partner is dealing with hair loss, but not wanting to, you know, upset them. So they get the cap, they start wearing the cap. The partner notices the hair and says, what's going on? Your hair's looking great. And so then they start sharing it. So one will wear it for 6 minutes and then it beeps and they pass it over to the other person. So just know, if you're trying to help somebody, and if you have maybe a friend that you know is dealing with hair loss, please call them and tell them that this is on today, because I know Helen and I both talked about this is a limited time, a limited quantity. There are going to be other Capillus caps, but this particular one is the lowest price we've ever done. It's that full 1 year to use it and try it. And you can see that it's on. If you take it off your head, it's going to turn off. So we do have people who will call and go, I looked in the mirror and it wasn't on and it was beeping. It's because the sensors knew it wasn't on your head. So let me try to lift it just a little bit so you can see.
Yeah, that's a safety feature, actually. So the red light therapy isn't in your eyeballs.
Right. Yeah. And it's funny how I have done that before, you know, gone to show it to someone. I'm like, oh, and it's, don't worry, you know, if you quick glance at it, it's all right. But that's why that safety mechanism is there, is we want you to have a quality product. If you want to be drug free, and this is, I think the main things people ask me is, you know, are there side effects? There are no known side effects, and this technology has been around for actually over 40 years. So when you look at this, it's going to actually go down into my scalp, just like what you see on the screen. So it's going into your scalp. It penetrates about 5 millimeters, but you don't feel it. It feels like you are wearing a cap, whatever hat you have on with that dome inside. Then once it reaches the follicle, it actually stimulates the follicle. That energy wakes up those dormant hair follicles and actually stimulates them to regrow your hair. So it's therapeutic laser light energy. And when those follicles start to grow again, the hair grows, you get more hair per square inch, you get thicker hair in and of itself. So maybe your hair, you feel like the texture has changed over the years. You might find that it gets thicker. Some of our folks notice that it becomes a little richer in color. My hair is a brown. Well, yeah, I'm 52, so my roots might possibly be gray. But what I'm saying here is that it gets thicker. It does regain sometimes some of its color, and you can color it. You can color it purple if you want to.
Yeah, and look at this before and after, Sean. This is so compelling. This is after 1 year of use. Remember, 2 years of use is your maximum benefit. So this guy is just halfway to his maximum benefit. He's at the halfway point. We're giving you a 1 year. Oh, I'm done. I'm cooked. My beep
We're
just
so
went
glad
off.
we could help you.
So FYI, that's all you do for the day. And I mean, that was 6 minutes since I put it on, and that's, you know, that's how easy it is. We've only got less than a minute left in the show. The item number is 096886. If you have an HSN card, you get 6 months to pay this off. Any major credit card, it's 5 months to pay it off. There's no interest. It could be the very first purchase you ever do at HSN, and you have an entire year to decide if you want to get your money returned to you. The laser therapy device is $899. The sports cap activator altogether add up to $974.95. It is a weekly deal drop. This is a 1 week special that ends Sunday at midnight. So $499 is the price, 5 flex pay of $99.80. So I want to thank Sean. Thank you so much. So fun. And I love sharing this. I love, you know, having the problem in that and then just having a solution. So the greatest part about this job is I got you, girl. I got an answer, right?
And that's the thing, when we got to talk right before the show, you're like, really? Is this really the price? And I said, absolutely, but just for a little while. So again, girlfriend to girlfriend, whether you're a man, a woman, if you're over the age of 18, this can do it for you. It's your day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sean. By the way, in the next hour, coming up is Bellezza Jewelry, and I have this really cool watch that I'm showing that opens up and watch. So I want you to stay tuned because Paul Woods is standing by with amazing jewelry. Also, the weekly deal drops, we can go over to hsn.com. Weekly deal drops are going to be on the weekly deal drop page every Monday, brand new weekly deal drops. You can scroll through them. You can see the Better Not Younger hairspray. You can see the shoe that I had. You can see the Capillus that I just did a presentation. We have clothes, we have jewelry, we've got electronics. There's an amazing shredder. I'm not sure what that little guy was, maybe like a gnome or something. But who's the host next hour? Oh, is it Lynn? Okay, my beautiful girl, Lynn. Hi, Lynn. We're gonna do a quick Andrew Lessman monthly special coming up right now. And then we're gonna go to Lynn with Bellezza Jewelry coming up next. So keep shopping here live at HSN.
Hi there, Andrew Lessman here with monthly special. Quercetin it's a protective compound. It's a polyphenol, and you've probably heard me talk about polyphenols before. They're the protective compounds in chocolate, in green tea. So polyphenols are pretty much defining of healthy foods. Quercetin is found in high levels in capers, interestingly enough, and onions. Quercetin is an ingredient that's gotten a lot of attention of late because of its ability to support the delicate tissues of our lungs, its ability to support us in terms of our immune response, and our immune response, say, to allergies and the like. So quercetin has gotten a lot of attention the last year or so, and quercetin is something that, even if it's delivered correctly as a really great standardized extract, it's hard to absorb and almost impossible to absorb. Our quercetin, we took a page out of our turmeric product. We complex our quercetin with phospholipids, with phosphatidylcholine, which makes it significantly more absorbable, dramatically more absorbable. So with our quercetin, you're guaranteed of getting the benefits. It's basically in a liposomal form, so that delivers the absorptive benefits that otherwise would be an obstacle to getting the benefits of quercetin. Quercetin also is supportive. I take quercetin every day, predominantly because it's great for a man's aging prostate. So there's a long list of reasons why we would ever contemplate taking quercetin. It's incredibly supportive of healthy circulation, the cardiopulmonary system, as I talked about before, our lungs. So quercetin is one of those ingredients that gotten a tremendous amount of attention in the last year or two, and certainly for decades. But now the science has become abundant in terms of how important this protective molecule is and can be for you. Enjoy.
Your favorite hosts are celebrating big anniversaries this August on HSN. Join the party as Michelle Yarn and Debbie Denman mark 5 years hosting.
Looking good, Debbie. Of course I am, girl.
Adam Freeman hits his 15th anniversary.
Cheers.
Plus, it's the Big 3-0 for Lynn Murphy.
Whoa! Hi!
Tune in all month long for special programming And don't miss a show celebrating Adam Freeman tonight on HSN.
Hey there, it's Leslie, your HSN style expert, and I'm here with exclusive behind-the-scenes access to this year's fall fashion selections, and I can't wait to show them to you. Join me on the runway for a week-long series that will get you at peak chic all fall long. We've reserved a front row seat just for you. Shop the runway, beginning August 29th, right here on HSN.
Our HSN price is a great value that we bring to you every day. We work hard and have the buying power to make sure it's a value that you'll love. So go ahead, treat yourself with the confidence to buy now at the HSN price.
Well, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm your host, Lynn Murphy, and that's exactly what we intend to do. We are taking you to Italy. We